materials Ninja had in that moment, but he did give his best effort. I think we're just waiting on one computer to be quickly reset so we can hop back into this game, but we appreciate your patience so far. My favorite moments up to this point, obviously the stuff we've seen from the interviews, just how much it means to these players in the venue to have this opportunity, but also because, I mean, at the end of the day, they're playing with one of their gaming idols, the guy that they're a huge fan of, and you can't say you've done that too often.
Well, I mean, maybe they can't. I play with them all the time.
Oh,
and,
wow.
I'm kidding. We have some confidence from the line out there. Look at that smile.
Dude,
look at that smile.
Imagine sitting in one of those chairs right now. I'd be so confident in getting like 74th.
It'd feel good, right?
Yeah.
Even just to be not the first person eliminated. I'm kidding. Honestly, anybody that gets a chance to play in these is extremely lucky. It's in addition to that, I mean, even if nobody ends up taking Tyler out,
yeah,
$2,500 to the Alzheimer's Association is huge.
Yes.
Every time he takes home a win, and I'm telling you, if it didn't happen in Heat 1,
yeah,
and I think that in itself is enough motivation for him to pull out at least one win in Heat 2, if not more.
And just one thing to note to all the people spamming rigged in chat to the draw earlier for who would play on stage. Player 48 will be coming up on stage in Heat 3 to be able to participate.
There
so
you go.
All will be right in the world, okay, everybody?
Don't worry, guys. We got your back.
Everyone just calm down. I believe the lobby should be starting on up here soon. Looking forward to this one. You see Ninja stretching on out. He's ready for Heat 2 to begin. Will he get the victory? Is that him cracking his knuckles? I've actually never seen someone crack their knuckles like that before.
Very precise knuckle cracking strategies. You don't get this anywhere else other than Ninja Stream, okay?
No, you don't.
Remember that.
No, you don't.
This, by the way, live on twitch.tv/ninja and twitch.tv/esportsarena. If you're looking to watch, you can pull up either stream. Make sure you tweet them out. Make sure you spread the word, because an event like this only happens, this is the first time, huh? This is it.
Certainly is. And here we go, folks, in the venue. Make some noise. Heat 2 begins now.
Let's go.
Still waiting for that Ninja victory, that coveted top spot. The money going to the Alzheimer's Association if he does, and another different landing this time.
Don't tell me he's going Wailing Woods. This might potentially be the first time I've ever seen him go Wailing Woods to start a match. So, who are you? What are you doing? Okay, maybe at this point, drop's too short. He won't be going Wailing. He might be going Containers, or typically if we end up north of retail, he has a history of going into the woods right there because you have a couple chest drops. No, drop it into the shipping containers. There's a lot of whip outs. Gets a shield out of the gate, but no gun just yet. And if somebody landed near him and has one already, this could go south quick.
And it looked like he did enough of a scout that, oh, there you go.
Got a late drop.
Late drop.
Revolver, and that's it. Still no shotty.
And this is not a fun spot to be in right now. Priorities is looking for any shotgun. He's going to go right for the chest. Gets an AR out of it.
Some C4 as well. Can make some more silly plays. Maybe a little knock-knock like he pulled earlier. And their build-up. Still looking for the shotty and another opportunity for a chest. Gonna get the top middle one. Another shield. Gonna end up at 100-100. Very lucky this early in the game.
He's in a pretty good position right now. Again, as we go ahead and see exactly where he will reposition to. He doesn't have eyes on the player right now, and there's the tack shotty. Okay, so at its core right now, he's in a decent spot.
Decent spot this early in the game. First circle is going to start closing. We've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds till that happens. He's not safe here, though, so he's going to have to finish looting and get out, which, honestly, that's enough time. Impulse nades can make for some shenanigans, and he does pick him up, dropping the hand grenades. Shenanigans.
And typically we see Ninja on his stream use them in an offensive manner. Well, I have a feeling that he's going to be more willing to use them defensively here to maybe disengage a fight, reposition if he needs to stop taking damage.
A personal question for you, Courage. Does impulse nading your friend off of a mountain count as an offensive manner?
It does. It's actually a good strategy to have.
Yeah.
Keeps the game lighthearted.
We might disagree a little bit on that one, but that's fine.
I've been scarred for life after how many times. It's funny how willing he is to make sure that he does it to his teammate at every opportunity.
Well, honestly, he has a history of waiting to the last second in an attempt to clutch it. Not always the case, as maybe people have seen on the stream. And yes, I will be giving him crap for that later.
As now he's still staying by containers, and he's in no rush to get into the zone. He's looking for some minis. He'll drop the C4 for that.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised he's keeping that green revolver. Just because the way that the damage drop-off works now, the AR kind of fills that role on its own without him having to do anything. He does have looks like a green pump over there. Top tier build strat there, bud. Maybe next time, you make it in instead of missing that. It's okay, though. Here we go. Let's see what he's got.
6 impulse grenades.
Now, I will be honest with you,
And a
Courage.
pump, okay.
I'm offended that he passed on the crossbow.
That's a personal attack on you.
I think it's because of his growing fear of crossbows.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He did get shot at by one in the first game
true.
of Heat 1. As, again, a Ninja all by himself. I'm still wondering where that first player went that he saw way earlier on.
Disappeared like a spooky ghost.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. As so far, he's doing decent on materials. He's got 2 shotguns. He's got 6 impulse grenades. He's fully healthed out. The same thing that kind of sticks out to me, though, is just like we saw earlier, no power weapon in his arsenal. Nothing that can just swing the tide instantly in a fight, right? Outside of maybe a well-placed impulse grenade.
Or, I mean, he does have a green pump, too, which has one-shot capabilities. It can do 200 damage to that, but he's going to have to be really close for that to be the case. He doesn't really, like you said, he doesn't have a weapon that can shift the tide of a distance 1v1. If there's building or something like that. Unless he gets really crazy with an impulse, he could do a little ramp push, as we've seen him do in the past, fly through the air, fly like an eagle, and try and go for the one pump.
How beautiful would it be if he actually
It would be majestic.
fell to his death if he used an impulse grenade?
Oh, if he took himself out,
yeah.
I would run down there and probably laugh directly at him. I'd be very honest with you, Courage.
Even though he can hear you, you'd want to make sure he really understood.
I want to be in his. I would sit on the desk in front of him and giggle. That's what would happen.
I'm wondering if he ever goes to the towers.
Never.
No.
Honestly, I don't think so. Because of what's online. He wants to win these games. 2,500 for the Alzheimer's Association is big, and so playing in a confident position, playing intelligently, not getting out of there's a comfort zone. It's different here than it is when he's on stream. You can tell, and that's not bad. But he's going to play a little differently. He's playing. You can see he's kind of avoiding. You can see a target in front of him. Avoiding engagement. So right now gets a 26 shield, which means this player at most has 174 HP left.
Tagged up a little bit. 30 right there.
And the build up. Here we go. And this might end up bad. We'll see. 71 left. Impulse needs to try and play away from the target now. Drop down a headshot with the shield.
I think he's going to go.
I think he's going to do it again.
See, he's using it for replay.
There we go.
That's all he used it with. That's well done.
And one of the notable players that we wanted to keep an eye on earlier, Swaggerly defeated by the triple impulse nade play. Rocking out a little bit. The confidence, like you said, man, every game, every one of these is going to get a little higher every time.
And no panic from him, really. Even though he wound up, taking that fall damage, falling all the way to the ground, immediately knew what he needed to do. 2 medkits here. He talked earlier about running as 2 slots of healing. Remember when we interviewed him in that one scenario? Does he go back and grab the impulse grenades, or does he say, that's enough, I want this medkit, I want these minis? Wow, okay. So that, for me, is, again, the confidence.
That's a confidence
right?
change. Yeah, it's a very clear confidence change. Like you said before, he was mentioning how he wanted to maintain 2 heals just in case something went south. The snipe shot coming out, he's got to figure out what direction that came from. Build up a little safer there. Jumping around, you see the jumping, like you said, to avoid getting shot. But he's pretty far out. He might have an eye on him southwest at the base of Chimney Rock, potentially. Knock this tree out and see what he can do.
And if you'll notice, Ninja basically never finishing, destroying a tree. Because that's where you really give away your position.
Yep.
How many times have you seen a tree get destroyed in the distance and go, oh, someone southwest,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
He hasn't destroyed one in full since realistically the start of this game.
Heavy shots of Deagle, which he might take, maybe not. He's a very accurate player. So Deagle kind of plays to his strengths, but he avoided it this time. I will say, though, his AR shots have been incredibly on point.
Is his accuracy his biggest strength over his building?
Not necessarily. Okay. It's up there, believe me. There are a lot of really, really accurate players, but the combination of that, along with just game knowledge out of the gate, that leads to a well-rounded player, and he is a well-rounded player.
Absolutely. As now Ninja still engaging this player from distance. Keep in mind the sniper in the hands of his opponent that's just outside Salty Springs. The first circle about to close on in. We'll have to see exactly where the next one will spawn up. As he just continues to farm these materials. Now
Still
back
not
over
knocking
almost
down
400 either.
You know, if you see, there's the circle. It's very southern focused. He's going to have to push down to Fatal and beyond. Lucky Landing looked like it was still in the zone as well. And because of the way that these players are playing, there's a really good chance that somebody's down there. Finding a full shield, streamer perks maybe, but this will put him back up to 100-100. He's going to pick the smalls back up, has a trio of them, and see where he goes.
See, now that would have been a tough decision if he was full on health and shield.
Yeah.
Because then you would have had to go, do I take the minis? Do I take the big shield? Well, ironically enough, if he had dropped down and got those minis, he would have just taken the minis and left the big shield behind. What, for you, what is the number of big shields, big shield to minis that you want to either take the big shield or take the minis?
Here's the thing. Mini shields, the small ones, they're so fast to use that they become mid-combat buffs at times if you're playing at a distance from your opponent. If you guys are up on top of each other, you're both building and trying to assert like a dominant position by being above, the elevation is super important.
Yeah.
That's when things kind of change. But if there's a little bit of distance, even 2 minis, in my opinion, is going to end up being better than a full shield just because you can pop both very quickly, get back into a more advantageous HP position, and go from there.
I was about to point out he was passing by a hunting rifle, wasn't sure if he was going to take it, but he went back for it. Do you agree with this decision to ditch the 2 shotgun strategy?
Because the nature of the pump, the fact that he can one-hit with it, yeah. There are a lot of good players that are going to play well up close, but like I said before, he has game knowledge. He's very agile when it comes to an up-close 1v1 situation. It's a build fight, a build off, so to say. So dropping the tack for a hunting rifle, I think probably the right choice.
Well, remember, we are live with Game 1 of Heat 2 here. Just our 4th game of 9 we'll be playing today. Already we've had, what, $15,000 distributed in the prize money earned by these players in games 1, 2, and 3 of the first heat. But now it's Ninja with a new set of opponents live from the Esports Arena Las Vegas with over 500,000 people tuning in online. Thank you so much for being here for Ninja Vegas 18. You're listening to myself, a.k.a. Jack Jalop, and Dr. Lupo, the duo of Ninja that you've seen so many times on stream. Thank you so much for tuning in.
On the chest open. He did see a player a second ago. I don't know if you noticed. He scoped in with a hunting rifle. Guy going left to right. I think he kind of lost track of it. Might be at the house. There's a couple positions here. It looks like it was looted. You see one of the silos is knocked down, so not a whole lot left to go after potentially, but he's still going to kind of look through. There's another med kit. He's got taking a little time out here. What's going on there, bud?
The new map zoom-in feature recently added. Now lets you zoom on in, get those precise kind of points of interest he wants to drop on down, and I think he's just going to be more than content with chilling here for a second. Yeah, he's just hanging out. Can you blame him?
Not really. Like I said, he's the goal here is to win, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't hit him with a, oh, look at me, my name's Ninja, I know how to hide in a shack. You know, he's not what I would expect from him, to be quite honest with you. Is he writing? What's he doing right now? He's spelling letters? Oh, there we go.
Now he'll get back out into the fray, and I thought he was actually going to go in that second hut and place another wall down.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Right,
You see the tower over there? Immediately spotted it, the red brick on top. It's almost near where the marker is, the blue marker on the map. And you can see it's up on top of the hill up there. He's kind of matching it. He actually made a comment earlier about one of the only times he likes building a 1-by-1 is when he already has the height advantage, being on top of a mountain. And here, not on top of a mountain. He put himself in even a position he said himself he doesn't like it.
Yeah. Well, Ninja using some of those stronger materials. Typically, when you ramp rush or use the wood, you want to use that when trying to push forward and engage on an enemy. Whoa! Narrowly misses that shot.
Probably 150, 170 meters. Goes for another one on the. We have 2 players over there with a little build off.
I think it might be 3 actually.
Got one back at red.
Ninja's actually getting native right now. He'll have to reposition out of this base. Worried about one landing inside of his structure. Doesn't look like that winds up happening, but plays it safe anyway. Can't blame him there. So again, wondering. I think he's still wondering, where exactly those flew in from. Was it the close horse stable as he sees someone building?
Potentially. The position he's in, too, you'll notice behind him, he kind of built like a backboard, so to say, for grenades to pop at the top. which
Right.
me personally, I don't like playing that way unless I know for sure I'm blocking out all players on that side except for the one I might be engaging. Here you go. See the nades coming in. I don't like the fact that there's a backboard there. If somebody's going to land that three-pointer on him, it's going to be very sad very quickly.
Yeah, again, it's a perfect place for a rocket to hit as well. If there's one in any of the hands of these players, you shoot one back there, and he'll basically catch it for you and make sure you damage him. Take a look back again at our players remaining. 22 people in total. Ninja with only 1 kill to his name this game. 39 seconds until the storm begins to move again. As he's more than happy with just sitting still. Now down to 18. You can tell the lobby beginning to drop quick here, Dr. Lupo.
It looks like the player he's targeting right now, CBOS 021215, is a John Wick, 75 HP, 50 shield, and a revolver out. Trying to drop an impulse nade in, trying to get the knock. He's trying to knock him out of his zone, out of his little building, essentially.
Little safe haven. Make him play. Okay, now he's built up another wall. So his focus is now on the player on the mountain. And there's the damage drop off. That was hitting for a clean 20. So if he's got to put in perspective, if he has 200 shield, he has to hit 10 shots from that range, which basically his goal there, just weaken, soften the player up, hope he dies in a battle with the guy that's ramp rushing him there. He knows the person who was close in that horse stable was just killed off by a player who ramp rushed. He's expecting someone to be at the big barn as well. And again, this little edit play is something that I think we're going to see more and more people who've watched this stream begin to use as a tactic in their own gameplay, right?
Free vision, essentially. The structure is still there, but you can look right through it if you start the edit, select some of the pieces, and then just you cancel it at any time when you need to start moving.
Yep.
And you have free visibility. It's actually something I'm surprised we didn't see earlier from a lot of players.
For sure. Ninja sitting back again, 20 damage from that range. He's not really expecting to kill anybody, but again, softening them up. The game now down to a top 12 scenario. He's just playing it the way that worked for him earlier on when he got that top 2 game. Just him just letting others fight around him and him just sitting pretty.
I think his goal right now, what's probably going through his head is he needs to win one. At least one.
Yes.
So securing that victory, no matter the cost, is essentially is the goal. Because as soon as he gets that one, from there it's only up. He can start mixing it up a little bit, get a little more aggressive.
Now the player that's close, if I'm not mistaken, he had a scar when I heard him shooting the assault rifle earlier. So I'm sure Ninja has kept that in mind for himself.
Based on what we can see, so that was Hootie that dropped in, one of the players to watch on Seabass, who was sitting on the top of the long barn right there. You can see the skeleton skin peeking out. That's Hootie, who, based on what I can see, hunting rifle, tac shotgun, and a scar. You see he did take a hunting rifle shot at Ninja there, trying to just get an easy clip.
It's a backboard again.
I don't like it, man.
Is there a time when you just say, okay, I'm too high up?
Oh, absolutely.
Now he keeps going higher and higher.
It depends a lot on what your opponent potentially has, too. If he's got something explosive that could knock the tower straight down, building that high is a bad idea. That looks like a bait to me. I would feel uncomfortable peeking and shooting at that.
Thinking that he would swap to a sniper?
Exactly.
Okay.
He's tap firing into a gap. Clearly, Ninja's showing himself, and he's trying to get Ninja's attention to look up quickly so he can just get an easy headshot with a hunting rifle.
Now, we haven't really touched on it too much this game, but Lupo, look at his total assault rifle ammo. This is one of those spots where if you're Ninja, you're almost going, I need to get another kill to get that person's loot to be able to fight endgame.
Okay,
and
so
I think this is his cue.
Ninja definitely saw Hootie build down back into the bottom of the long barn there, and I think that's why he's trying to match him, maybe thinking that he's going to try and push in some way. He's putting himself in a different position. Here you go.
Expected to build a window. There you go.
And maybe see a hunting rifle shot. We'll see here. Ninja correcting the edit, trying to get lower now, throw off the position.
And he makes this build look so easy, but
so fast.
Being able to just kind of swap on through those edits, it's one of the tougher things to do in all Fortnite.
Now gets the edit, gets tapped quickly. The accuracy of the scar showing its face there.
Ooh, spots the chest. Big shield.
Hopefully a lucky pickup here.
God's plan.
Unbelievable.
God's plan.
Are you kidding me?
God's plan. I literally called it. And he got the upgrade to the AR. This is the best thing that could have happened to him in that quick little moment. And there you go. Now he's back to 200. He's got a little bit of the stronger AR that also gives him 10 more ammo. And you might think, Jack, come on, 10 ammo? That goes a long way when you've only got 90 in total. Here's the impulse nade.
Flying in. Ooh, goes the shot.
Was that, did he just try to no-scope?
I believe he did.
That's called panic. Panic on the main
play.
stage. Top 7, 2 kills to his name. He's safe right now in this zone. Does he build up again? He's now at 900 plus wood. So when you get to this point in the game, Lupo, for people that are maybe, wondering how they can improve their top 10, key things you need to do. Keep track of every player, right? Make sure you know, hey, I've got 2 guys that could be behind me. So it looks like that's exactly what Ninja's worried about.
It's like Hootie's going to try and match him at the top.
That's he hits the shot.
Gets the body.
That's his opening.
A little build up there. Defense, like I said, keeping elevation above your target is one of the most important things. He's got it there in spades. Hootie going down.
His build's looking much cleaner. I just want to say that was
back to back.
Ninja's looking warmed up now, folks, and I think the crowd is seeing it. There's the scar. He's got the ammo. Those are the kills he needs. Ninja sees 2 fighting as well at the top of the mountain. His build looked so much better right there, Lupo.
By far. Big plays. The crate there looks like it's easy pickings too. He's going to go for the loot that's sitting just outside the zone, but he's going to grab that. There's no reason to not grab that. That's a free crate.
And he's got to, maybe when he's at home, he wouldn't, build around this. Here, you have to build. You have to give yourself the safety.
He's going to drop impulse for that, absolutely. Yes. There's no, yep, there it goes. Just chucking it away.
How many? 27. Now, what's the strength of the legendary rocket versus some of the weaker versions of the rocket?
Reload speed is by far the biggest thing.
Okay.
With a weapon like a rocket launcher, as you're pouring out building damage and a maximum of, I believe, 105 on a target if you hit him with the rocket directly. But that's not the goal. The goal is to be able to bring structures down. And here you see he may or may not have realized that there was a player sitting that close to him, because he did look back at the hill quickly, try and take the hunting rifle shot, and then got a most likely attack shot.
The issue was his goal was to kill this player close, but then got tagged from behind and had to kind of reassess the situation. Now it seems like multiple players in the lobby are beginning to refocus their attention towards him. Here's the worry, though. This zone, it's kind of, it's awkward. Basically, there's a ticking clock on the people on top of the mountain right now.
Yeah.
And he's just hoping it expires before he gets shot at.
Actually, if you saw there quickly, the player, he's starting to build down. There's an opportunity there to maybe knock out the ramp.
Oh, this build's great.
Looking back behind him, he's going to go for the headshot there.
Rockets?
It's an opportunity, especially if that player keeps building up. You have a hole in the wall there that is not going to get capped up. He can just drop rockets in there, bring the whole structure down, and be back basically to the same position he was in earlier. And that's probably exactly what he's going to do here. 5 left.
Look at that reload speed. So much damage being able to drop on out. This could land right on the player as they fall.
So in the back corner now, shifting to the left, 1 square.
And you will never see Ninja sit still. When he's moving, like, look at him, staying moving at all times. Even when he's shooting just the assault rifle.
The last thing you want to do, though, is tunnel too hard here. There's 3 other opponents. You can see there, easy kill potential. 70 headshot, no shield. The rocket maybe going to finish him. Oh,
rocket's on the other side.
Almost. Now he's got this tower exposed.
There's a daze launcher, too.
The crate balloon blocking that last rocket, too. This is a good opportunity.
Top 4 scenario. He knows there's one still behind him in that 1x1 structure. That player also being shot in the back.
Right. There's no shield left on the target. He got a 70
headshot. 70 and a 35 in health. Still sees the player building above him, and that's his #1 target now. That's his greatest threat in this scenario. He cannot let him get the high ground. 4 players left, 1 close in front. Ooh, he takes 30 plus damage there.
Only 8 shield back on the mini. He went below 50, which is too bad.
Okay, so for the people at home, he's got 1 in front of him there in that tall structure. He's got 1 to his bottom left, and then he's got 1 at that lower tree, right down there, to his right south. And he knows this. He's keeping track.
Only 6 rockets left. He's been spamming down structures pretty hard. Going to go for the drop, get a little better position. Kind of just play for this 1 kill quickly to seal out behind him. It's a zone secure, essentially.
Here's the worry. The player with the big structure behind him is safe in the next zone. And now the gas is moving. And this is a 25-second circle. Players' hands are forced. Look at the intensity of people watching live in the venue. They want Ninja to get this first victory. He's got all the materials he needs. And yeah, now he's inching on in towards the zone. Did the player up top build down?
Potentially. Here we go.
Oh, gets a weak, but no, Ninja now getting shot from above, and that was my worry.
The zone.
He's safe. He needs help from the other players remaining in this lobby, right? To take down this guy up top.
He's going to use rockets to potentially try and drop the structure out from under him. Get that guy to slide down a little bit. He's trying to take quick tap fires. Plus, the structure he's on is built out of metal, so you know it's going to last long. Gets shotgun. Exotic chaotic. One of the ones that was brought up on stage is still in the game. 3 remaining.
I'm hearing the crowd yell shield. They're hoping he uses it.
Rockets coming in, trying to drop the structure. Ninja's going to see if he can sneak down below out the bottom and block himself from getting tanked by this. Chaotic has a huge height advantage and rockets. Ninja's in a tough spot here.
And this player that he's been trying to kill for so long still hasn't been taken down. Oh, yes, now he has. It's a 1 versus 1. And he's going to reassess the situation now.
Here we go. He's coming out, going to try and etch away at Ninja's structure. The tree gone, fall damage, 27 HP, survives the drop.
Just so everyone knows, you can see now, the player has 165 health. He's down to just 1 rocket. 1 versus 1. Ninja at a total of 77 HP. It looks like he's just going to go for this. He's just deciding it's time to get up close and personal. Pump shotgun out. Ninja looking for the fight. Whips the first shot. Whips the second. The challenge comes in. Can Ninja win his first game? The rockets are out. Yeah! Ninja! Let's go, baby! Woo! Ninja with the victory!
Good fight, man. GG, man. Oh my God.
And
Let's
look
go,
at that
baby.
moment.
Let's go, baby.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Ninja wins the game.
Let's get it.